Hey everyone, it's Nevo back at it again with another speed build, and this is going to be actually kind of different from what I usually build. So usually I would build like a very modern kind of facade because that's like my favorite build style, but for this build it's actually for my Build a City challenge, which is an old western town called Halaga, and it's more it's very based in like Cherokee culture. So I really did like a lot of research in just like how the Cherokee people, like Native Americans, live and like their customs and stuff. Now, obviously, I'm British, so obviously I'm not American. I don't know anything about America or its culture or anything like that. So that's why I try to do as much research as possible. And if I do get things wrong, I do want people to like correct me, especially like Native American people. Like, please let me know if anything I've done is correct or is incorrect. I mean, but what I'm building now is a council house. Now, when I looked into it, council houses is where most of like the big like celebrations happen. So marriages would happen in a council house, and just other stuff like them discussing the future of like their town and how like things will be run in their community. There's probably more stuff that happens at a council house, but I primarily built it for my Sims or my Native American Sims to get married. So in this Build a City challenge, my founder Ayizan, she's a witch. And she moved in and she's like gonna become the mayor soon. But she did have like a short romance, not short, she's like having an ongoing romance, a fling with the sheriff Kalataka. And I've been saying that I'm gonna try and take it slow with them, but I really have not been taking it slow at all. Like, they're about to get married and it's only like round 3, which you might be saying like that seems really slow, but I have like a really long lifespan for this hood, because I wanted to be able to get to know the Sims as much as possible. So the lifespan is like super slow. And so yeah, getting them married in like the 3rd round wasn't really my plan. But Ayazan is actually pregnant with Kalataka's child, and Kalataka is she's a family Sim, so she really wants like to get married and have that like stable house and stable family dynamic for her child. So I thought initially the first community lot for my Build a City lot, because I've literally just unlocked community lots, and the first lot was going to be a saloon, but then I changed my mind and I wanted another household, the Tenders, to have the saloon, because if you don't know, the Tenders, they own it's a family, it's like a home lot business, and they do like wine, mead, like all those kind of alcoholic drinks. And so I wanted them to own the saloon because that just makes sense. Like, they sell alcohol already, they should own the saloon. So it should be owned by them. So we'll be saving up for a saloon at some time in the future. But it makes more sense for the council house to be owned by like the city or like the town itself. Because realistically, who is going to want to own its council house? Like, it's somewhere where everyone congregates to come together and like be in the community. So it doesn't make sense for just specifically one Sim or one person to own it. Regardless, this is actually based off of a council house I saw on Google. I literally googled Cherokee council house and I was like looking through a bunch of stuff. And to be honest, a lot of them were like octagonal or like really round shaped. Because apparently people will like sit down and like talk to each other in a circle instead of having like a hierarchy of this person's in charge, this person's in charge, or like village elders and stuff in like a typical Cherokee like situation. But more often than not, it's more of a joint effort if certain things are going to be changed in the community. So I saw all like the round octagonal things and I was just thinking, like, Sims 2 wise, that seems like it would be like hellish to roof and just decorate in general. Like, I don't think I'd be able to make an octagonal build look nice in the slightest. So I just decided I'm just not going to do that. And I tried to look for more like log cabin, log house type of council houses. Now this probably isn't the most accurate of what it would look like inside, but I couldn't like get any pictures, or I couldn't find any. Maybe I wasn't looking hard enough, but I couldn't find any images of a council house inside and what it looks like inside. So I've just made it like a cute little area for people to just drink and get to know each other and just talk. There's like a stage where people can entertain for like the weddings and stuff. Also, there's an easel because one of my Sims, Remy, he does painting, and I want him to be able to paint like portraits of the married couples and just be able to like sell that and kind of earn money that way. So I put that easel there for Remy to use later on. But also I've added these, what would you call these, like shafts, because this hood is supposed to be more steampunk, but I haven't been able to incorporate any steampunk simply because there's no power yet. And I'll make a separate video like explaining my Build a City like rule challenge, like my rules and how I've changed them. I do have a blog post, but I do want to make like a big like video series on like how to like start a historical hood and stuff. So I will explain as to why, even though Ayizan is like level 5 in politics, there's no like running water or electricity yet. But there's no electricity, and I was thinking, I'll like introduce more steampunk elements when there's electricity, because it makes sense. Like steampunk is like steam powered, which means you're powering something, electricity, right? But we don't have that, so I'm just gonna include it anyway, and you're just gonna have to kind of cope with the fact that there's like pipes that don't really lead nowhere and don't really do nothing. But it's cute and it's decorative, so I like it. Yes, I'm very excited. Like, the main reason I started the Build a City challenge was because of Esoteria, I think it's Esoteria. And literally their Build a City challenge, Wyvern's Bay, was just so like beautiful. Like the builds, like the Sims, everything about it. It was like a more historical based hood. It was still set in modern times, but Wyvern's Bay is just like has like a different kind of vibe. And I thought, this is like really, really nice, and I'd love to do this. But at the time, I was like playing Strange Town, and I was like, well, I kind of like Strange Town a lot, and I just can only like play one hood at a time. Like, I get really invested in like my Sims, so I can only like play one thing at a time. But now that my Strange Town straight up just will not load, it pink flashes to a crazy degree that it's like unplayable. So I was just like, okay. I sorted out my downloads folder for this, and it's actually like 12 gigabytes of downloads, and most of it is like hairs, because I didn't sort through my hairs before I restarted my downloads folder. So a bunch of it is just like hairs that I just don't use, but they're merged, so I'm just not going to delete them. I'm just going to cope with it. But I started a new downloads folder. I read up on how to like start a more historical gameplay in The Sims 2, and honest to God, this is so fun. Like, I am having so much fun playing it, and hopefully like in the blog post, because I've been posting it on my Tumblr, hopefully like people can be able to tell that I really enjoy it. It's honest, I'm not even trying to get you to like click on it and try and like give my no. Like, I genuinely, like, I really am enjoying this challenge, and I really enjoy like the progression and being able to just see my hood slowly grow and be like, oh yeah, I earned this. Like, I earned this. Like, this build that I'm building right now, I'm not just building it for fun. I'm building it because I earned this build, and it's just so nice to like be able to see that. I don't know, it's just nice. It's a different way of playing, and at first I didn't really think I'd enjoy it because of all like the tax paying and all the systems and the calculations and stuff. But I found Neferis has a BACC tracker, like a Excel sheet, and you can just input things in, and like Neferis is like so smart. I don't even know how they realize how to do this, but their tracker just has everything, and you don't have to like do much. So that's like been an absolute major help. But this is the end of the build. Hopefully you check out my Build a City challenge. I've been really enjoying dating everyone on my Tumblr about it. I can't speak enough about how much I just enjoy playing historically. It's great, it's fun. I don't know if this is like the most accurate council house for like, but it's the most I could do. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed that, and I'll see you in the next one.